The story of Porsche has always been about pushing boundaries, reinventing performance, and proving what's possible when passion meets engineering. Today, we're stepping into a whole new chapter. Welcome to the era of the Cayenne Electric, a vehicle that doesn't just change what an electric SUV can be, but what Porsche itself represents. This isn't just another EV. It's a technological milestone, one that combines insane performance numbers, state-of-the-art design, futuristic digital experiences, and the unmistakable soul of Porsche. So let's dive in. Because what's happening here is big. At first glance, the Cayenne Electric looks like an evolution. But when you peel back the layers, you realize it's a revolution. This SUV marks the moment Porsche takes everything it's learned from decades of motorsport, decades of Cayenne leadership, decades of design innovation, and channels it into an all-electric future. The original Cayenne back in 2002 shocked the world by proving the sports car brand could dominate the SUV space. Now, more than 20 years later, the Cayenne Electric is doing it again, redefining expectations, setting new standards, and opening doors to performance levels we've never seen in this segment. Let's talk power, because the numbers are wild. Up to 850 kilowatts, that's 1,156 metric horsepower, and as much as 1,500 newton meters of torque in its most extreme setup. That makes this not just the most powerful Cayenne ever, not just the most powerful Porsche SUV ever, but the most powerful production Porsche of all time. And it gets even crazier. 0 to 100 kilometers an hour in just 2.5 seconds. 0 to 200 in 7.4. Top speed? 260 kilometers per hour. These are supercar numbers, coming from a big, roomy, all-electric SUV. There are sports cars and hypercars out there sweating this thing already. But what makes this so much more than a drag strip monster is how it puts all that energy on the ground. Porsche developed a totally new electric drive system, and the Cayenne Turbo Electric even uses direct oil cooling for its rear motor, a technology straight from motorsport. That means crazy output isn't just for a brief moment. This SUV is built to deliver sustained performance, lap after lap, run after run, with maximum efficiency and minimum heat fade. If you're wondering whether this EV is fun to drive, the answer is, Porsche didn't make it any other way. And here's what makes the lineup even more approachable. The Cayenne Electric family starts with two models, the Cayenne Electric and the Cayenne Turbo Electric. Both come standard with all-wheel drive and Porsche traction management, and even the so-called entry version is seriously fast, with 300 kilowatts in normal running, and up to 325 kilowatts, that's 442 horsepower, when launch control kicks in. 0 to 100 in 4.8 seconds. That's quicker than plenty of sports cars from just a few years ago. And then there's the push-to-pass feature. Hit a button, get 10 seconds of extra power, up to 130 kilowatts more. Think of it like having a real-life video game boost. It's wild to see this kind of tech in an everyday SUV. But that's exactly the point. Porsche is playing in a whole different arena. Performance isn't just about acceleration. It's also about how the vehicle moves, reacts, and controls energy. And the Cayenne Electric isn't just fast. It's efficient on a level we usually only see in Formula racing. Porsche says the SUV can recuperate up to 600 kilowatts under braking. That's Formula E territory. 97% of braking events in daily driving can be handled by the electric motors, without touching the friction brakes. And if you want next-level stopping power, the Cayenne Turbo offers Porsche ceramic composite brakes as an option. This is braking technology that belongs on proper track weapons, not family SUVs. And that's exactly why it fits here. Now let's zoom out. Porsche isn't doing this just to build an electric version of a great SUV. They're doing it to build the future of Porsche as a whole. Right now, around 36% of Porsche's global sports car sales are electrified, and that number is climbing fast. The Cayenne Electric isn't replacing the hybrid and combustion models, yet it's joining them. It's about choice, flexibility, and a future where Porsche customers can go electric without compromise. One of the biggest reasons this vehicle works isn't power. It's battery and charging tech. Underneath the Cayenne Electric, is a brand new 113 kilowatt-hour high-voltage battery. Total range? Up to 642 kilometers for the Cayenne Electric and up to 623 for the Turbo, depending on configuration. That's massive. And thanks to 800-volt architecture, charging can hit up to 390 kilowatts, and in certain conditions, as high as 400 kilowatts. That means going from 10 to 80% charge in under 16 minutes. In just 10 minutes, you can add over 300 kilometers of range. That's game-changing. But it doesn't stop there. The Cayenne Electric is Porsche's first vehicle to offer optional wireless inductive charging, up to 11 kilowatts. Imagine parking in your garage and the car just starts charging. No cables, no plugging in, no hassle. For a lot of us, that's the dream version of EV ownership. Porsche is making it real. Let's talk chassis, because this is where the magic happens between insane numbers and actual driving feel. Both Cayenne Electric models come with adaptive air suspension and Porsche active suspension management as standard. The Turbo takes things up a level with Porsche Torque Vectoring Plus and an electronic differential. Rear axle steering is available, turning the back wheels up to 5 degrees for sharper handling at low speeds and better stability at high speeds. But the superstar option here is Porsche Active Ride. This system, brand new to the Cayenne, uses active suspension tech to basically flatten body movement and control weight transfer. The result? An SUV that drives like a sport sedan, feels planted in corners, stays composed off-road, and glides on the highway. There's nothing else like it in the segment. And speaking of segments, Porsche didn't make the Cayenne Electric to look like a quirky EV. It looks like a Porsche. Full stop. It stays true to the Cayenne silhouette while pushing the design language into the future. Slim matrix LED headlights sit low and wide across the front, emphasizing stance and agility. The famous flyline roof profile remains, blending muscle and elegance. The side profile introduces frameless doors and deep, sculpted surfaces. On the Turbo, high-gloss black and Turbonite accents show off exclusivity. And the rear end? A full-width 3D LED light strip, animated graphics, and illuminated Porsche lettering. Oh, and did we mention aerodynamics? The new Cayenne Electric has a drag coefficient of 0.25, insanely low for a big SUV. That means less energy consumption, more range, and quieter airflow. Active aerodynamics help keep things efficient and planted at speed. Movable air flaps up front, an adaptive roof spoiler above, and aero blades in the rear that extend to control air separation and improve flow. There's even a full underbody panel and aero wheels to smooth turbulence. This car slices through air like it was born to. And don't forget utility. The Cayenne Electric isn't just fast and efficient. It's larger and more practical. It's 55 millimeters longer than the combustion model and offers a wheelbase stretched by nearly 13 centimeters. That means more rear legroom than ever before, electrically adjustable rear seating, and cargo space between 781 and 1,588 liters. Plus, a 90-liter front storage compartment. Towing capacity? Up to 3.5 tons. This thing is built equally for road trips, family duty, and adventure. Inside, the Cayenne Electric feels like stepping into a futuristic Porsche living space. The cabin blends luxury materials, tech glamour, and familiar Porsche driving ergonomics, upgraded into something fresh and digital. One of the coolest features is mood modes. Think of them as preset vibes for the whole interior. Lighting, seat position, sound profile, climate, and graphics adjust to match your intention, whether that's calm, sporty, focused, or even just cruising. Above you, the panoramic roof with variable light control uses special LCD tech, switching between transparency levels electrically. It floods the cabin with daylight or darkens for privacy and comfort. Panel heating radiates warmth across surfaces like armrests and doors, turning the cabin into a cozy space no matter the weather. There's extended ambient lighting, including a communication light strip that welcomes you into the car and visually responds during charging or other vehicle actions. It feels alive. Customization options? Off the charts. 13 exterior colors, multiple wheel styles up to 22 inches, 12 interior themes, 5 interior packages, 5 accent packages, and the endless world of paint to sample. And if that's still not enough, Porsche's exclusive manufacturer and Sonderwunsch programs let you personalize your Cayenne down to the finest detail. You can even order a Porsche design timepiece built to match the exact aesthetic of your car. This is personalization done the Porsche way, thoughtful, premium, and obsessive. Now, let's hit the digital side. The Cayenne Electric is loaded with tech, but instead of feeling overwhelming, it feels intuitive. Up front, the Porsche driver experience introduces the Flow display, a curved OLED panel that flows across the dash, separating info and controls elegantly. You get a fully digital instrument cluster, plus a 14.9-inch passenger display, so the person next to you can watch media, check navigation, or even help manage vehicle systems. For the first time in a Cayenne, a head-up display with augmented reality is available, projecting an 87-inch equivalent visual field into your line of sight, floating 10 meters in front of you. Digital meets physical through smart analog shortcuts for often used features like audio and climate. It all feels thoughtfully balanced. And check this out. The new voice pilot uses artificial intelligence to handle complex commands, answer questions conversationally, and manage navigation naturally. This isn't clunky voice control. This is a real digital assistant. The Porsche App Center brings in third-party apps, from streaming to gaming, and the new Porsche Digital Key lets you use your smartphone or smartwatch to unlock, start, and share vehicle access with up to 7 people. It's one of those features that makes life easier without you even thinking about it. All these innovations land in a narrative of transformation. Porsche isn't replacing combustion engines tomorrow. The Cayenne Electric exists alongside plug-in hybrid and petrol models, creating space for customer choice. Beyond 2030, Porsche plans to continue evolving powertrains in parallel, electric, hybrid, and combustion. It's not one direction. It's multiple pathways toward performance, sustainability, and individuality. But here's the real takeaway. This SUV isn't just about efficiency or technology or digital features. It's about identity. Porsche didn't build the Cayenne Electric to fit into the EV world. They built it to pull that world into Porsche's universe. An SUV that's dynamic on the road, confident off-road, and deeply comfortable on long journeys, all while delivering outrageous performance and cutting-edge engineering. Think about what we're seeing here. An electric SUV that can outrun supercars. A digital cabin that feels like stepping inside a next-gen luxury device. Charging tech that makes EV ownership feel effortless. Aerodynamics and design that elevate efficiency into an art form. A mission focused on sustainability and emotional excitement, not one or the other. This moment marks the beginning of a new era for the Cayenne and a new era for Porsche itself. Since that first Cayenne in 2002, this model has been a symbol of bold change, the point where Porsche stepped beyond the sports car category and into a global audience. Now it's happening again. With the Cayenne Electric, Porsche is telling the world, the future isn't something to wait for. The future is something to drive. So imagine the experience. You slide into the driver's seat. The OLED displays wake up. The cabin glows softly with ambient color. A gentle pulse flows through the communication light strip, signaling readiness. You press the accelerator and feel instant torque. No lag. No hesitation. Just motion, silent, clean, and unbelievably fast. The horizon shifts toward you. Corners come and go like brushstrokes. Air flows around the body in smooth patterns that maximize stability and range. The SUV feels alive, balanced, athletic, confident. Then imagine the quiet moments. Plug in or don't. Let wireless charging do its thing. Watch the cabin transform its lighting and seat positions depending on how you feel. Slide open the panoramic roof or tint it. Listen to the silence. Look around at the space, the craftsmanship, the detail. This isn't just transportation. It's an environment you're proud to be part of. In a world where electric vehicles are becoming more common every day, Porsche stands out by doing what it does best, taking something familiar, the SUV, the Cayenne name, the idea of performance, and redefining it. This vehicle doesn't just compete in the EV space. It changes the expectations for the whole category. And honestly, that's what makes the Cayenne Electric such a powerful symbol. It bridges legacy and future, connecting the spirit of internal combustion performance with a new, electrified perspective. It honors the past while accelerating into the next chapter. It says you don't have to give up the pulse-quickening thrill of Porsche driving to step into the world of electric. If anything, you gain something new. This is what innovation looks like when it's driven by emotion, precision, and ambition. It's not a compromise story. It's an evolution story. Porsche didn't follow trends, it set them. And now with the Cayenne Electric, it's doing it again. So here we are, standing in that rare moment where a familiar nameplate transforms into something groundbreaking. The Cayenne Electric is all about power, intelligence, comfort, versatility, design, engineering, and sustainability, all at once, all in balance. It's about offering supercar performance in a package that works for families, adventurers, commuters, and travelers. It's about using innovation to elevate experience instead of complicating it. And maybe most importantly, it's about giving people the freedom to choose their version of Porsche, electric or combustion, hybrid or pure. Porsche isn't forcing one direction. Porsche is opening more doors. If the past 20 years proved anything, it's that Cayenne can change Porsche. The next 20 might prove that Cayenne can change the future of electric performance. The Cayenne Electric isn't just a technological milestone. It's a declaration, a statement that performance has no limits, not mechanical, not cultural, not historical, and definitely not electric. This is Porsche stepping boldly into what comes next. And now, it's your turn to imagine what comes with it. Press start. Hold on. And welcome to the new era of electric performance, the era of the Cayenne Electric.